When I came to the school 6 years ago, it was a staff that was very demoralized. You had a declining enrollment of student population. The school lacked basic resources that I think every school should have. The school didn't have a full-time gym teacher or an arts teacher. The learning was very stagnant. Children, unfortunately, were forced to learn in test prep situations for a good portion of their day. And most importantly, there wasn't this real excitement around parents being involved to really help the school.
私の家庭がそこの学校に入った時は教室の中の机をどけて教室の中で体育を行っているような時にもう一つの学校ではジムでバスケットボールをしたりだとかまたは、我々にはその音楽の先生もいないのに、隣の学校からは、楽しそうなジャズの音楽が流れてきたりだとかそういうふうにその同じ校舎の中でカースト性があるようなそんな感じでした。
Especially as an impoverished parent, you only want the best opportunity for your child. And if a charter school is promoting that they have these high expectations and values for helping kids achieve some of these very lofty goals, that's one key reason why you want your child to attend. Another reason is that parents really wanted to have a school that provided a very well-rounded education. Most of the charter schools have very vibrant programs. In day school, they have music, they have art, they have theater, they have physical education, they have very strong after-school programs. And the third reason is that they start at 6:30 a.m. and kids are here till 7 o'clock at night. So if you're a parent and you're a working parent, that's just very ideal for you.
There's a lot of government support for the charter schools, particularly because of campaign contributions from people who are supporters of charter schools. Wealthy people are particularly interested in seeing the charter sector grow, and so they donate to candidates who support charter schools. I think the wealthy are particularly supportive of charter schools because if you think of American business people, they like competition, they don't like unions, and they don't like regulations. And all of those fit the charter school model.
The most tough time was about 7 years ago, maybe 8 years ago. We had a principal here for 3 years. We lost a lot of students, some due to her, some due to demographics, and others due to a lot of charter schools. Charter schools were being promoted as the big choice, and if they didn't like the public school, they should go to charter schools. That principal had taken away a lot of our outside programs, so we were really just doing nothing but just math and language arts.
For young children to create an environment where they can experiment and explore and have their own discoveries, especially less through lecturing and talking and more through hands-on experiences. So this school has a park next door. So I took them out every single day through the children's experience going outside, they make their own discoveries, and then they make their own collections, and they ask to bring them in. And then through that, you embed these learning standards and meet those standards. You can do that through counting and writing and drawing. You can do it all sorts of ways. So it is through their own discoveries that we build curriculum. It's called an emergent curriculum.
Nice, I like the details. Is this a worm? Is this a worm? I like your details. Good job.
With your work, when you feel like you're finished with your work, you can put your clipboards carefully.
We're gonna each take 10 chops, okay? Okay. So I want you to count them out loud, okay? Ready?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'm only Polly. Where? Give me the Rolly Polly.
And we sponsored the Women's Forum that Nicole organized to empower girls in this building.
We just gave everything away at the end, so there were some very happy people.
The other area that I noticed, I think that families are getting very energized by this concept that we can really make a difference for our school, for our community, that there's a lot of work to be done and we can get involved. So family involvement, last year was the year that we built the garden, and so that's a new addition to the school. Last year also was the first year, to my understanding, where every child in the school received swimming lessons once a week. We have additional partners providing art to all of our students. We have programs for music and theater.
I think that the school has come a long way with adapting to progressive education in the past 2 years. Something like that, it doesn't happen overnight. So I think any family that's coming here needs to have the expectation that if you want to see that change, you have to be a part of that change. But the progressive push has been a steady flow, and our principal, our leader, has been really accepting of new ideas, whether it comes from the parents or the teachers.
I would say the biggest change has been the curriculums and the philosophy towards teaching and towards children. So teachers have much more choice in what they're teaching, and children also have much more choice in what they're learning. And we can mold the curriculum around their interests. Whereas before it was a scripted curriculum, now it can be changed, greatly. We also now have more support adult-wise in the classroom. So I work with 2 paraprofessionals. Instead of me teaching a group of 30 children by myself, I work with 2 other adults, and so we can split up and give children more individualized learning experiences based on their interests and based on their level.
So I've been so white. It's been hard for me to have fun. The big math test tomorrow. Have you studied? I tried, but I just don't get that. That's not hard. I can do it.
So then you guys react. Good.
Okay. Let's get high and move up the night. Let's sing out loud and dance with the crowd. Turn up.
When I took over the school, 23% of the kids could read and write at grade level. Now it's 44%, and every year it continues to get better. In math, it was 37%, now it's 54%. So you see that there's this emphasis on making sure that we're doing the work better. We don't look at test scores as an indicator of our success. Like I said, my teachers are like me. When they walk into their classrooms, are kids smiling? Are kids excited to learn? Are kids happy? Are parents happy? Do parents feel welcome to come inside of the school and to work with me and my teachers? And if they do feel like that, I know that I'm doing a really good job.
And go get your bear. Hello, Chaz. Your bear is up here.
Americans like local control of their schools for their local children. The problem, though, is that the wealthy want to keep the money for their own children and not so much for everybody else's children. And I think that that's a problem with Betsy DeVos, the new Secretary of Education, and Donald Trump, because it seems that they are going to be taking money from the public schools, giving them it to the charter and more so the private schools. And that will cause a further decline in the public schools.
And we are. Let's get 3 claps, everybody. Yeah, we working hard today. Let's get everybody have a really great time for the car talk. Mr. Edgar is over there waiting. Mr. Rick is waiting. 2 tickets, 2 tickets. That's all we need, 2 tickets. We're gonna march so we can get ready to go. Sticky, sticky, bubble gum, bubble gum, bubble gum. Sticky, sticky, bubble gum. Now we say goodbye.